This is just going to be more about stirring up the creative side of you, which I believe we all have.
Some people don't even really know what their gift is, or they may dismiss it because they think it's silly or whatever.
I think there's a real need for people to know what to do with those gifts and how to balance them against life and family and jobs and money and all the crazy things that go on in crazy brains of creatives.
Welcome to the Brand New Me podcast. I'm Frances.
And I'm Pam.
And we are two women passionate about helping others thrive in life, not just survive. In each episode, we're going to find creative ways to offer hope for your future through our own life experiences. So join us every week as we learn together that we really can be a brand new me. Hey, welcome to episode number 100. Wow, that's a milestone. We're excited. We've made it to 100. And this is the Brand New Me podcast. If you're a new listener, we welcome you. We are interviewing Eric Copeland, who is the president of Creative Soul Records, and he's been my music producer for a long time. And so we are starting his ebook called A Creative Life. I'll tell you, I've learned a lot from Eric, how to carve out time to make sure you're cultivating creativity. We have the privilege of having Eric with us on this podcast to ask him questions, pick his brain. So you can get his book on Amazon. Just look up How to Live a Creative Life. You can download it, Kindle version. And we're excited. All right, let's get right into it.
Eric, I'm really enjoying your book, and it is inspiring me as well as it is Frances. But why did you write this book?
Well, the reason I decided to write How to Live a Creative Life is because I had already written it, kind of. A lot of what is in the book has come from the posts that I have done on my blog For the Creative Soul for the past 15 or more years. At first, it was just a mass email that I would send out, and then it became a blog as blogs became a thing. So a year or two ago, I started putting it all together in a form that made sense in sections, so that as you read through, you kind of went from how to be creative, how to be more creative basically in your life, and then how eventually to find success, and then to eventually how to start your own creative business or brand.
So, Eric, we have listeners who we are trying to encourage to reach in and find what their gift is. Some people don't even really know what their gift is, or they may dismiss it because they think it's silly or whatever. And they may not be musicians. Yes, they may not be musicians, but they might have many other talents. And so reading your book could encourage them. So tell us, do you have to be a musician or a painter to appreciate the book and to get something from it?
While most of the people who read my blog are musicians or music artists or songwriters, I have really tried to write the blog and this book for creatives. And this first edition, which is called the Creative Ministry Edition, has been left largely the way I wrote it originally when I would write the blogs out to the different ministries or artists who have ministries or songwriters who are writing Christian music. And so it was written from a very Christian perspective, a very God-focused, God being the great creator and giving us the talents to create on our own. So this book kind of leads everyone down their particular path. It's a very personal read, I think, for everyone, because anyone who reads it will have their own story and their own experiences to balance against what they read. And so it's, I think, going to be a very helpful way to examine what creative gifts you have and how to apply them to these lessons. So the book is certainly for musicians and songwriters, but also for anyone who is creative. And as a matter of fact, I have worked very diligently to strip out where I am just talking to musicians or songwriters or music artists and make it applicable to anyone who is a writer, a dancer, a painter, a sculptor, an author, anything that you are doing as a creative skill and an artistic gift that you may have. And I think there's a real need for people to know what to do with those gifts and how to balance them against life and family and jobs and money and all the crazy things that go on in crazy brains of creatives.
Well, I have to say, I love the whole I'm a creative. That's just so cool. I never heard it really said like that, to be a creative.
Well, we are. We are made in the image of God, who is a creator. And I believe we all have some kind of creativity in us. Do you think?
Oh, I absolutely do. Some people will swear that they're not creative, they have nothing new to offer. I think that's part of the reason we're doing this, because we do want to pull out things from people and let them start to think and process and wonder, I can do this, but is that really anything? Yeah, it is something. God uses all kinds of creativity.
Yeah, so I think one of the things that we're going to talk about in this as we go through this is how do you break down that myth that I don't have any creativity in me. So we might not write a song, or we might not paint. Like, I just have no gift when it comes to painting or drawing. And I'm a terrible seamstress. But some people are really gifted with sewing and designing things. So this is just going to be more about stirring up the creative side of you, which I believe we all have. So go get creative. Think about when you were a kid. What did you love to do? What did you pretend to be or do? I bet you were creative. Pam, were you? Like, what did you play at when you were little?
I played at being a star, Frances. I made up songs. It was kind of all around acting and singing. And that's what I liked to do when I was a kid. And I'd always have shows ready for my mom and dad, weird little things. but they thought it was good. So, yes, that was what was in me and what I liked.
I can so see that about you. That's the way we're going to leave it today, this episode. Think about you. What did you love to do as a kid? What did you pretend? What did you just get lost in space over? And that's probably a clue to a creative side of you. Last week, I shared with you a sample of a song I sent to Eric when we were working on the Brand New Me album project. And then I played for you the finished product, which is the Brand New Me theme song. And so this week, I thought I'd do that again. Here's a song on the album called Don't Quit. You'll hear first a little bit of the song that I sent to Eric, and then I'll play you the finished product. And this is what a music producer does. And I just thought it's actually a beautiful picture of maybe you finding your creativity. It can feel maybe pretty raw and scary when you first pull it out and you're afraid to share it with the world. But when you bring other people around you to help stir up creativity and help you take the creativity to another level and maybe polish it, I think it's just a beautiful picture, perhaps, illustration of what can happen when we present our ideas and our thoughts, and then we share them with someone who can help us take it to another level. Does that make sense? All right, I hope so. So here's the song, Don't Quit, first in its raw form, and then You'll hear we obviously change lyrics and wrap it up a little bit differently once we have it produced.
You don't quit gardening over one little weed. You don't quit farming over one bad seed. I'm not perfect, I wish I could be. So don't quit loving me because of me. You don't quit teaching over one bad kid. No, you don't quit fishing over one lost fish. I'm not perfect, I wish I could be. So don't quit loving me because of me. I get in my own way. I can be my biggest mistake. All I need is someone to believe in me. So don't quit loving me. You don't quit gardening over one small weed. You don't quit farming over one bad seed. I'm not perfect, wish I could be. So don't quit loving me because of me. You don't quit wishing over one lost wish. You don't quit fishing over one lost fish. I'm not perfect, wish I could be. So don't quit loving me because of me. I get in my own way. Seems I do it every day, but I can be much more than you can see. So don't quit loving me.
Hi, this is Eric Copeland, president of Creative Soul Records in Nashville, Tennessee, and you're listening to the Brand New Me podcast with Francis and Pam.